Dear students, in previous video we are already discussed about the definition of an acid, definition of a base and the definition of the salts. Then briefly I am going to explain the what is an acid, what is a base and what is the salts. According to the some definitions, we can give the some more definitions for the acids, we can give the definition for the bases and as well as the salts. Generally, the substance which turns blue litmus paper to the red, that is called the acid. The substance which turn red litmus paper to the base blue, that is called the base. These are the very two important definitions. Then acid, it shows the sour to taste. Acid is the sour to taste and bases are the bitter in taste. One example for the acid is the hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid and the nitric acid. Example for the bases are sodium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. Then salts. The reaction between the acid and the salts, we get the salt. Reaction between the acid and the base, we get the salts. Some example for the salts are sodium chloride, magnesium chloride and the magnesium sulfate, like this. Then in previous class we already discussed all those things. Now we come to the next point, the chemical properties of the metals, or how the metals are react with the acids, how metals are react with the bases. Next, what happens when metals react with an acid? See, metals react with acids to give a salt and hydrogen gas is liberated. This is already discussed in previous video. I have given link for this video, that video. You go through that video and then come to this video and listen, you will get good information. That is hydrogen reaction of zinc granules with a dilute sulfuric acid and testing hydrogen gas by burning. This figure already given, that is very important for the point of your examinations. Then look at the figure carefully, in previous video I have given. Then draw a neat diagram, it carries 4 marks. Definitely they will ask for the final examinations. That's why you keep it in your mind. This is very important diagram. Then I am not showing here that diagram. See, what happens when metals react with acids? Generally metals react with the acids, they give salt and hydrogen gas is liberated. Then we go through the general equation. What is the general equation? Metal, it reacts with the dilute acid, it forms salt and then hydrogen gas is liberated. Dilute acid, whatever it may be, the dilute hydrochloric acid, dilute sulfuric acid, dilute nitric acid, that is we have to take here. Metal, this is the general equation. You can take whatever the metal you can take, you can write the equation. Next, one example I have given here. Zinc is the metal and hydrochloric acid is reacts with the hydrochloric acid. It forms zinc chloride, which is the salt, and hydrogen gas is liberated. Then when sodium is reacts with the sulfuric acid, sodium is a metal, it reacts with the sulfuric acid, it forms a salt and hydrogen gas is liberated. Dear students, you must keep it in your mind, when the metal reacts with the acid, it must give salt and then hydrogen gas is liberated. You must keep it in your mind. Next, second one, what happens when metals reacts with the base? See, when metals react with the base, it gives salt and hydrogen gas is liberated. The same reaction I have given here, it is the general equation, general reaction. Metal reacts with the base, we can also call it as the alkalis. It gives salt and hydrogen gas is liberated. This liberated hydrogen gas is tested with the help of the burning of with the help of the candle. If we take this candle near to the hydrogen bubble, that it gives hydrogen gas is burns with the pop sound. It indicates hydrogen is liberated in this reaction. We can observe that one. See, metal reacts with the base, that is zinc reacts with the sodium hydroxide, it forms sodium zinc zincate, Na2ZnO2. Sodium zincate is a salt, then hydrogen gas is liberated. Remember students, when acid or a base reacts with metal, they give hydrogen gas. Next, third one. What happens when metal carbonates reacts with acids? What will happen when metal carbonates reacts with acid? See, metal carbonates, that is sodium carbonate is a metal carbonate, that is Na2CO3. Magnesium carbonate is a metal carbonate, that is MgCO3. Zinc carbonate is a metal carbonate, that is ZnCO3. These are the very important metal carbonates. These are the example for the metal carbonates. Next, metal carbonate and then reacts with the acid. It forms salt, water and carbon dioxide is produced. Carbon dioxide gas is produced. Metal carbonates or reacts with the acid. It gives a salt and water. Then carbon dioxide is going to form. This is very important reaction. That is sodium carbonate. We are already studied that one. What is the chemical formula for the sodium carbonate? Na2CO3. It reacts with the hydrochloric acid, then it forms sodium chloride, and the water it is going to form, then carbon dioxide is going to produced. Next, what happens when metal bicarbonates reacts with the acids? In the third point, we have discussed when metal carbonates reacts with the acids. Then in this fourth point, what happens when metal bicarbonates reacts with acids? Here we can also call metal bicarbonates can also be called as metal hydrogen carbonates. Some example for the metal hydrogen carbonates are sodium hydrogen carbonates. Its chemical formula is NaHCO3. Calcium hydrogen carbonate, its chemical formula is CaHCO3 twice. Magnesium hydrogen carbonate, MgHCO3 twice. Next, metal hydrogen carbonate, it reacts with the acid, it forms salt, water and carbon dioxide is going to produce. This is the equation. NaHCO3 is the sodium bicarbonate, or we can also call it as sodium hydrogen carbonate, and then it is reacts with the hydrochloric acid HCl. It forms a salt, that is sodium chloride, then water H2O and carbon dioxide is going to produce. See, metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonates reacts with acid, they give salt, water and carbon dioxide is going to produce. See, how to identify the produced gas is carbon dioxide. Next, we have to test here. Carbon dioxide released in the above is confirmed by passing to the lime water. CaOH twice is the lime water. To this lime water solution, we have to pass that carbon dioxide gas to the lime water. This lime water turns to milky white precipitate. If the lime water turns milky white precipitate, definitely the produced gas is carbon dioxide. If it is not precipitate, if it is not formed the milky white precipitate, then it is not a carbon dioxide gas. This indicates liberated gas is carbon dioxide. One example I am going to tell you. CaOH twice is the lime water. Dear students, definitely they will ask one more question for that in the final examinations. CaOH twice is the lime water. CaOH twice is the chemical formula for the lime water. Then it is going to, when the carbon dioxide passes through this calcium hydroxide, it is going to form calcium carbonate, that is white precipitate. What is that white precipitate name, chemical name? That is calcium carbonate. Definitely they will ask for one more question. And then water is going to produce. On passing excess carbon dioxide to the calcium carbonate, calcium hydrogen carbonate is going to form. See, CaCO3 and then water and then carbon dioxide, it is going to form CaHCO3 twice. It is in the aqueous solution. This is the calcium hydrogen carbonate or calcium bicarbonate. Next, what happens when acids and a base reacts with each other? This is the neutralization reaction. Acid base reaction, we can also call it as acid base reaction or neutralization reaction. When acids and bases react with each other, they form salt and water. The effect of base is nullified by an acid and vice versa. See, acids and the bases react with each other, it is going to form salt and water. This reaction is called the neutralization reaction or acid base reaction. One example here, we are going to take sodium chloride, hydrochloric acid. There is some mistakes. Acid, in the place of acid we have to take hydrochloric acid, HCl. It is going to react with the sodium hydroxide, NaOH. These two are the acids. Then it is going to form salt, that is NaCl, and water is going to produced. Then H2SO4 is the acid. It is going to react with the sodium hydroxide, is the base. It is going to form sodium sulfate, Na2SO4, and water is going to produced. Then thank you for this. Next, there is some concepts. Reaction of metallic oxides with acids. How the metallic oxides react with the acids? We are already studied metals or reacts with acids. Now the difference, sixth one, is the reaction of metallic oxides with acids. Its general reaction is metal oxides and then acid. Metal oxides react with the acid, it forms salt and water. One example I have given here. Metal oxide is MgO, magnesium oxide, MgO. Then acid HCl. When these two reacts with each other, there is a formation of magnesium chloride, MgCl2, and water is going to produce. This is the another example, that is sodium oxide, Na2O. It reacts with the sulfuric acid, H2SO4. It forms sodium sulfate and water is going to produce. Then thank you, study well.